What kind of China have you seen? 9.60 million square kilometers, or 3 million square kilometers of surging. It is the world where the seasons revolve, or ice and fire. Get off the ground like a bird. Rush to the sky. The results are beyond your imagination. Go to places that are usually inaccessible. See the wonders of the sky. Overlooking this land that gets along day and night, even the most familiar scene has changed. From the world around you to your distant home. From physical geography to human history. 50 millennial journey. An unprecedented experience. From now on, join us. Sky Tour. Jiangsu faces the Yellow Sea to the east, Huai River in the north, Yangtze River in the south. In the middle is the Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal. There are many rivers and lakes in the country. It is the province with the lowest average altitude in China. The proportion of plain and water surface ranks first in the country. The journey into Jiangsu, from an island in the Yellow Sea. The largest wetland by the Yellow Sea. Encounter a beautiful red-crowned crane. Fly south along the coastline. Arrive at the mouth of the Yangtze River. Chasing the past and present of a port. Jiangsu on the east coast of the Yellow Sea. 765 kilometers of coastline. Scattered with 26 small islands. Kunshan Island is one of the few coastal islands in Jiangsu. From the sky, Kunshan Island is very much like a giant salamander spitting bubbles. Thousands of years of sea stones. The sea slowly swallows the stone, slowly spit out the fish. The little tail of the salamander is the legendary deer. Due to the perennial erosion of ocean tides, the rocks on the island will collapse. Collapsed rubble under the influence of seawater currents, collected between the shores of the island, slowly form the Lianda Dam. Not in the sea at high tide, clearly visible at low tide. The sea paved its way to land. Mount Waguo's Jade Peak is only 624.4 meters above sea level. It is the highest peak in Jiangsu Province. Here maybe, it's Monkey King doing a somersault. Dig at the starting point of 108,000 miles. The birthplace of the novel's author, Wu Chenan. It is only 100 kilometers away from Waguo Mountain. 是印度巴基斯坦冲3年的 journey to the west. It's a travel guide to Waguo Mountain. Lianyingang is the eastern bridgehead of the New Eurasian Continental Bridge, an important node of land sea transportation. More than 50 shipping container routes. It can be converted to rail transportation here, all the way west to Central Asia, West Asia, and the heart of Europe. The beach is a unique creation of rivers and seas. 1/4 of the country's coastal tidal flood area is in Jiangsu. Jiangsu's 765-kilometer coastline. Yangchang wetlands cover 580 kilometers. Yangchang Wetland, Northeast Asia and Australia, an important station on the migratory route of migratory birds. Every spring and autumn, nearly 3 million migratory birds stop here. In this army of migratory birds, red-crowned cranes always stand out. They will stay in the Yangchang wetland to overwinter. Red-crowned cranes have no feathers on their heads. There are a lot of capillaries pulling under the bare skin. Vermilion. The red-crowned crane gets its name from this. Red-crowned cranes attract mates with dance. Once they are married, usually stay with you for life. Red-crowned cranes are extremely sensitive to changes in wetland environments. This clean and open wetland provides a habitat for red-crowned cranes. Elk is also called the for dislikes. Once widely distributed in the swamp belt of the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River, due to human overhunting, by the end of the 18th century, only the non-hazy Royal Hunting Garden in Beijing is left, and the last group. In 1900, the last moose also disappeared in China. However, a few elk were brought home by the British. Luckily survived. They populated it. In 1986, 39 elk were returned to China, settled down in Dafan. There are currently 2 elk reserves across the country. More than 50 elk grazing sites. The population is at least 4,000. Now they run in every direction, all on the way home. Head south along the coastline. Come to Rugao, the hometown of longevity. The history of birthday stars in Rugao has a long history. Rugao County Chronicles records, Emperor Qianlong, more than 8,000 people over the age of 60 have been recruited across the country. Please come to Beijing, participate in the banquet of thousands of people. 2 of them are from Rugao. Today, Rugao has a population of over 1.4 million, more than 60,000 over 80 years old, more than 8,600 people over the age of 90. There are more than 400 centenarians. Yinyang Tidong is located on the southeast coast of Jiangsu. It is a developed shipping town. The shipping industry has led to the development of the shipbuilding industry. In Qidong Marine Shipbuilding Industrial Park, dozens of shipping companies are located. This is where our country's first dual-use ship was built. 1-ton semi-submersible. There are also a variety of advanced cutter suction dredgers and deep-sea drilling platforms. Here, it not only manufactures special ships and marine engineering equipment, it is also an important container production base. A large number of brand new containers have arrived at the terminal, about to be shipped to sea. Qidong is a sedimentary plain made of sediment. Thousands of years ago, it's hard for our ancestors to set foot here. At that time, it was still a busy place. The Yangtze River carries a lot of sediment, continuously deposited by the action of tidal crust. Gradually, the sandbanks turn into beach plains, became today's Qidong. Qidong is also named after the meaning of Qidong River. Qidong's Jiangsu is located at the easternmost tip of Jiangsu. It's the mouth of the Yangtze River. All the way east, the Yangtze River flows for more than 6,300 kilometers, merging to the East China Sea from here. Off the coast, next stop to River and Lake. We've reached Zhenjiang. Explore the changing history of the banks of the Yangtze River and fly over Qiaomi Lake. Visit a Gasrogwach Dam. Fly east to Taihu Lake. Explore the beautiful legends between mountains and waters. Years ago, Zhenjiang is still a coastal city. At that time, the mouth of the Yangtze River was like a trumpet. Zhenjiang is located on the edge of the bell mouth. It is said that people climbed Beigu Mountain at that time. You can also see the sea. The Western Chinese writer Mei Cheng wrote in one of his articles, "Once as strong as a galloping horse, the sound is like a drum to describe the backflow of the river at that time. A spectacular scene of rising tides." Later, due to sediment deposition, the estuary gradually pushes eastward. It has evolved over thousands of years. The current estuary is more than 250 kilometers away from Zhenjiang. Jinshan Temple. Legend has it that the White Lady fought with the monk Fahai. A place full of mountains of water in a fit of anger. There is a cave on the cliff below the Sishi Pagoda of Jinshan Temple. Legend, after Fahai drove the python and the hole into the sea, live in it, practice hard. Keep flying south. Come to Qiaomi Lake in Liyang. Qiaomi Lake is small and delicate, unsurprising, surrounded by low mountains and hills. It is a beautiful landscape. Pinghua River is a tributary of Qiaomi Lake.
上世纪60年代之前，平桥河一到雨季就会波涛汹涌，泛滥成灾。直到莱河大坝的出现，平桥河
River has
才
only
开始
begun to be
温
gentle
顺
and
平
peaceful.
和。平桥
Pinkwa
石
Stone
坝
Dam is a masonry
是
arch dam
江气石拱坝，由
made
无
of
数切
countless
割整
neatly
齐的
cut
大
chunks
块
of
方
square
石
stone.
砌成。这
This
样的工
process
艺
is compared to
与混
concrete
凝土
dams,
大坝相比，更
more
费时费
time-consuming
力，
and laborious,
但却能
but it
充
can
分利
make full
用当
use
地
of
资
local
源，
resources.
从附
We
近
took
的山
rocks from the
上
nearby
取
mountains
石
to build
造
the
坝。
dam.
空
Aerial
中
view.
俯瞰，
The
石
stone
坝
dam
犹如
is like a
放倒的
collapsed
赵州
Jiangsu
桥桥拱，
Bridge.
它
It
以
has a
薄
thin
薄的
arch
拱壁
wall
承
under
受了来
tremendous
自库
pressure
容
from
的
the
巨
warehouse
大压
capacity.
力。在天
Upstream
目
of
湖的
Chilmen
上
Lake,
游，建
there
有
is a
一座
pump storage
抽
power
水蓄
station.
能电站。电
When the
站
power
在用电
station
低
is
谷
in a
时，
low power consumption,
使用多
using
余
the
电
excess
力抽
electricity
水
to
到
pump
山
water
顶
to
水
peak
库储
reservoir
蓄
for，savings,
在
and at
用
peak
电高峰
times,
时
we use 无
则
水.
放水发电。太白楼记
It
录了
records
诗
the
人
story
李
of the
白
poet Li
3
Bai's
次
three
来到
visits to
溧阳的
Liyang.
故事。李
When
白
Li
第
Bai
3
came
次
to
来
Liyang
溧
for
阳
the
时，
third time, the
唐
Tang
朝正
dynasty
经
was
历安史
experiencing
之
the
乱，
Ansha rebellion.
躲
Li
避战
Bai,
乱的李
who
白
escaped the
没找
war,
到当
did
年的
not
老
find his
友，
old friend from that
却意
year,
外结
but
识了著名的
unexpectedly
书
met the
法家
famous
张旭。
calligrapher Jiangsu.
诗
Poetry
仙
immortal
与
meets
草圣
grass,
相遇，
sand.
畅
All you
饮
can drink at
太
Bai
白
building.
楼。
Yixing is the
是
ancient capital
陶
of
的
pottery,
国度，尤其是
especially
以紫
famous
砂
for the
这张
business
名
card of
片而
purple
闻
sand.
名。
The
黄
store
龙
on
山的
Huanglong
档口
Mountain has now
如今
become a small
变
pond.
成一个小水塘。这是
This is
当
the
年
mine
采
left by
集
the
紫砂
collection
泥
of purple
留下的
sand
矿
mine.
坑。
The
紫砂
ancient people of
古
purple
人
sand
叫它
called it
富贵
rich
土，
soil.
具
This
有
is a
工
pot
艺
with
及文物
craftsmanship
价
and
值的紫
cultural
砂
relics
壶，
value. The
最贵
most
的拍卖记
expensive
录
auction record
达
reached
到了
90 to million
9200
yuan.
万元。如
Now
今，
the extraction
砂
of
泥
sand
已
and
被
mud
限
has
制
been
开采。
restricted. The
村与
sand
紫
and
砂
mud
艺
stored
人
in the
手中
hands
的
of the
砂泥
purple sand
大约
artists.
还可以
It'll
使
last
用
about
50
50
年。
years.
源
The
头
headwaters are a
处
peninsula
是伸
that
向太
extends
湖
out
的
to
一
Lake
个
Tai.
半岛。
The
源头
history
处
of
种
planting
植
cherry
樱花
blossoms
的
at
历
the
史
source.
可以
It can
追
be
溯到
traced
上
back
世
to the
纪的30 年
1930s.
代。
The
长
cherry
春桥
blossoms
两
on
旁的
both
樱
sides of
花就
Changchun
是
Bridge were
当
planted
时
at that
所种。
time. March
1988年3
1988.
月，
More
400
than
多位日
400
本友
Japanese
人来到
friends
源
came
头
to
处
live at the source.
与
Together
无
with
锡
the
市民
citizens of
共
Waxy,
同种植了
planted
1500
1,500 cherry
樱花树
blossom
苗。
saplings.
此后，
Thereafter,
陆续有
10,000
1万
Japanese
多日本
friends
友
have come here
人
to
来这里
plant
种植樱
cherry
花。
blossom. Sunshine Island southwest of the source. It is another beautiful scenery of Taihu Lake. Jiangsu has
有
290 lakes.
290个湖泊，
The
最大
largest
的
is
就是
Taihu
太湖，
Lake. The
面
Great
积
Lake
达
covers an area of
2338平方公里的
2,338
大，
square kilometers.
灌溉着苏
Irrigated
南太湖地
12.9
区
million mil of arable land in the Taihu
1290
Lake
万亩
region
耕
in
地。
southern Jiangsu. The
全国
earliest
最
film
早建
and
设的影视
television
基
base
地
built in the
就
country,
坐落在
located on the
太湖
shores
岸
of
边。
Taihu Lake.
在这里，
the
家
country
国
and
天
the
下，
world are joyous
人
and
间
sorrows.
悲欢，经有
More than
600多部
600
影视
films
剧
and TV
传播
dramas have
开
been
去。
distributed.
各具特色的拍摄场景，又吸引了大量的游客纷至沓来。廊桥、水寨、浩渺的太湖，是这里独具特色的标签。接下来的飞行之旅，我们将环绕寒山寺，听千年古寺的禅钟鸣鼓，穿越一座城市，上江南最具代表性的私家园林，再飞抵阳澄湖，不忘肥美的大闸蟹。
City of Gardens, Venice of the East.
东方威尼斯，
It is no longer enough to describe Suzhou today. Suzhou has become a national ranking, the second largest immigrant city after Shanghai. New industry, new technology, new landscape,
新的风貌，
attracting countless people with
心怀
dreams.
梦想的人们。
Fenghua, old name
旧
Fenghua.
名枫桥，
Closed at night due to water transportation. The bridge got its name because it was close to ships.
枫桥边的寒山寺，距
It's
今
over
已有
1,400 years
1400多
old.
年的历史。妙丽
Hermione
古龙
Parminter
塔
is its original name.
是它最初的名字。
Hanshan Temple has truly become a household name.
还
Or
是源于
from
唐
a
朝
song
书生
written by
张
Zhang
继
Ji,
写的一
a
首
scholar in the
流
Tang
传
Dynasty.
千古的
Poems
诗
passed
篇。
down through the ages.
姑
Hanshan
苏城
Temple
外
outside
寒
Gushi
山
City.
寺，夜
Midnight
半
to the
钟声
passenger ship.
到客船。
Accompanied by this song Fenghua Night More,
妙
bell
丽
of
古
Hermione
龙塔院
Parminter,
的钟声，
echoing the
回响着
different
寒
poetry
山
of
寺
Hanshan
的
Temple.
别样诗情。
For thousands of years, the
江南
flourishing
兴旺的百
industries of
业，
Jiangnan,
与
the
中国
spiritual
人
appeal
天
of the
人合
unity
一
of
的
nature
心灵
and
诉
man
求，
with the Chinese people
成就
made
了
these
这些
gardens.
园林。朱正
Zhenyuan
元
was
始
founded
建
in
于
1509.
1509年，是
It
明
was the
朝一位
private
卸
garden
任
of a
官
former
员的
Ming
私家
Dynasty
园林。
official.
他
He
请来
invited
当
Wen
时
Zhengyuan,
最著名的
the
江
most
南才
famous
子
Jiangnan genius
文
at
征
that
明
time,
参与设计，
participate in the design,
以
with the
文人的
aesthetic
审美
taste of the
情趣
literati,
勾勒
he
出
outlined the
园林
overall
的
layout
整
of the
体
garden.
布局。苏
North
州
Suzhou
园林
Gardens draw living
大多
water
以
into the
活水
garden
入园，通
through
过特别
specially
设计
designed
亭台
pavilions,
楼榭、
pavilions,
小
bridges,
桥
and
和廊道，
corridors.
再
This
辅
is
以精心
supplemented by
布设的
carefully
花
laid
木和
flowers,
山石，
trees, and rocks,
在
create
闹
a
市
rich
中
space of landscape
营造
and
出
pastoral
山
in
水
the busy
田园
city.
的丰富空间。移
One
步
step
换
illusion,
景，自
at
在
ease.
悠然。朴素
Inside
的
the
院
simple
墙之内
courtyard，walls,
藏
hidden
着
the
主人
earnest taste
对
and
山水
feelings
和
for
家园的
landscapes
品
and
味
homes.
与情怀。朝
morning
霞
sun
映
shines
在
on
阳
Yangcheng
澄
Lake.
湖上，
Reed
如花
flower
放
with rice
稻谷
fragrance.
香，暗
Undercurrent
流成行。京剧
Beijing
沙
opera
家
Shah
浜
Jaban once made
曾经
Yangcheng
是
Lake a
阳澄湖
household name.
家喻户晓。阳澄
Yangcheng
湖水
Lake
域
water crisscrossing
纵
river
横
for
交
water
错的河
network,
岔水网，就
like
像毛细血
capillaries that
管，
nourish this land.
滋养着这片土地。 代江南地区
ancient Jiangnan
地势低洼，曾经饱受水患困扰。人们开挖大量的人工河渠，解决了排水问题。从此，江南才旱涝无忧，物产丰饶。
Yangchang Lake is famous for its abundance of clear water herring crabs. About 180,000 acres with Yangchang Lake. The water connects dining tables across the country. More than 1,000 tons of Yangchang Lake herring crabs per year become a good gift for Mid-Autumn Festival guests. It is said that the difference between the quality of crab is underwater. The best crab fields in Yangchang Lake, the bottom is hard. This kind of crab field has cultivated the tight muscles of herring crabs. Shaxiang Liuyu family. Zhouzhuang is a classic Jiangnan town. Until now, Zhouzhuang still preserves many ancient buildings from the Ming and Qing dynasties and an authentic aquatic lifestyle. Kankapra is also known as Kanshan dialect. The sidewalk originated in Taikan, Xuzhou in the 14th century. It is the oldest opera in China, known as the ancestor of 100 plays. Kankopera, adhering to the literary tradition of tongue poetry, song poetry, and yuan ku, known by Confucian. The performance emphasizes the ingenious combination of singing and dancing. There are strict regulations for every move. The delicate and distant terrestrial cavity in Kankopera is the elegant tone of Jiangnan. Nice. Last last night.
We flew north along the Grand Canal.
Encounter a city the same age as the ancient canal. To a swampy upland. See the wonders on the water transformed from a barren beach. And up the river, fly to Shizhou, go and see the so-called land of the kings. Yangzhou is located at the intersection of the Yangtze River and the Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal. 486 BC. Hangu excavated by Wu Guo in Yangzhou. It was the precursor of the Grand Canal. Later, The Grand Canal was continuously excavated and renovated from Hangzhou to Beijing. The Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal, which runs through the north and south, it didn't really take shape until 1293. The Grand Canal brought prosperity to Yangzhou for thousands of years. It is the only canal city of the same age as the ancient canal. Slender West Lake is located in the northwest suburb of Yangzhou City. It is a garden complex composed of many pavilions and pavilions. These landscapes, most of the wealthy business people who benefited from the Grand Canal back then, fund the construction. Qianlong period of the Qing dynasty. It is the first peak of building gardens in Slender West Lake. When Emperor Qianlong went to Jiangnan, many visits to Slender West Lake. The ocean is low, lying. Lagoon swamp. An invaded farmland formed by digging and stocking. Jiangsu Shui, land scarcity. The ancestors of Xinhua dug trenches in the swamp to collect soil. One side is piled up into fertile fields that can be cultivated. The ocean seems to be floating on water. 2 or 3 acres in size. It's only a few cents. Due to the small space, there's no cattle, there's no plows. It's all done by hand. No roads, no bridges. Come and go only by boat. The Huayan River and the Grand Canal meet here. Huayan Water Conservancy Project, located in the southern suburbs of the urban area. Acceptance was completed in 2006. It's a waterland interchange project. Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal and Huayi River Waterway. A 3-dimensional intersection is achieved here. The entire project is composed of more than 40 buildings. Main project interchange culvert. River above. Undertake the crossing of the Beijing-Hangzhou Canal and the south to north water diversion. The culvert below is the sea channel connecting to the Huayi River. It's a water overpass. You can go from 4 directions: east, west, north and south. Redistribute water according to demand. "2,000 years apart. The intersection and handshake of old and new projects." Along Huayi and Hebei. It was the home of the emperors. Shizhou has had many founding emperors in history. Puxian County in northern Shizhou is the hometown of Emperor Gaozu of Han Liu Ban. Liu Ban was the head of the Surabaya Pavilion in Qin Dynasty. He wiped out the state of Chu in just 4 years. 7 years as emperor. One day in December 1984, at the foot of Lion Mountain, 4 kilometers east of Shizhou, the worker in a brick factory shoveled down. Accidentally, shoveled open a burial pit of painted terracotta warriors and horses. Are there any large tombs near the terracotta warriors? Archaeologists have been looking for 8 years. Finally, a villager's house on the mountain. Near the cellar that can store thousands of caddies of sweet potatoes, tomb patio found. Western Han Dynasty begins. Chisel Mountain appeared in the imperial mausoleum. In the form of mausoleum, they cut into the mountain. The burial chamber is embedded in the hinterland of the mountain. 100 meters deep, it is speculated that Lion Mountain Han tomb is the tomb of a certain Chu king in the Western Han Dynasty. This journey, we will fly over Saijinchen. Enjoy the beautiful scenery of Zhangnan Yuxi. Wandering Shuanwu Lake. Encounter the only remaining royal garden in Jiangnan. In the misty reign of Qin Hui, explore the leisurely past of this ancient capital of the 6 dynasties. Nanjing and Xi'an, Luoyang and Beijing together. I am called the 4 ancient capitals of China. Shuanwu Lake was originally just a swamp wetland. During the 3 Kingdoms period, water was introduced. It became the later Shuanwu Lake. (1391) Zhi Yuanzhang, the founding emperor of the Ming Dynasty, stored the imperial book in the treasury of Shuanwu Lake. Here became the Ming Dynasty. National archives for managing household registration and servitude. Listed as a royal forbidden area. In the Ming Mausoleum, Zhi Yuanzhang's Mingzi Mausoleum was the largest. On both sides of the Shinto Road of Mingsha Mausoleum, 12 pairs of stone beast statues are arranged symmetrically. The statue has smooth and round lines. Magnificent. Each statue is carved from a single monolith. One of these elephants can weigh up to 80 tons. In traditional Chinese culture, plum blossoms are endowed with noble, tenacious and indomitable character. Nanjing people love plum blossoms. It has been since the 6 dynasties. The plum of Ming Shaolin Mausoleum just fell. The spring plums of Plum Blossom Mountain are blooming again. Of the more than 380 species of plum blossoms currently found in the world, there are more than 360 kinds of plum blossom mountains. At the foot of Saijinchen, there is an emerald necklace. This necklace, quietly formed by the plane trees on the road to the cemetery. It is said that there was no necklace design in the design plan of that year. It's just a charming coincidence. Fly northeast along the cemetery road, hidden by the plane trees. It's Sun Yat-sen Mausoleum. Zhangsheng Mausoleum is located on Saijinchen Xiat Road. It is the mausoleum and memorial complex of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. 1925. Design of Sun Yat-sen Mausoleum. Open call for proposals at home and abroad. Nearly 2 months. A total of more than 40 application patterns were received, and it ends up being a medium plan. A plan that means awakening the people was selected. Sun Yat-sen Mausoleum is like a lying well. The bandstand in the southeast of Sun Yat-sen Mausoleum is a performance originally used for large memorial ceremonies. Now it has a new function. Become a great place for music lovers to spend the summer. Fly south from Zhejiang Mountain. Come to Nushu Mountain, a famous Buddhist mountain in Nanjing. The Buddha Palace is located on the west peak of Nushu Mountain. The dome of this lotus treasure symbolizes preserving the parietal relic of Sakyamuni. You can see Nanjing City from the top of Nushu Mountain. Flying over the old city of Nanjing, it's like reading a history book. 333 BC. King Zhiwei built Jinling city here. Jinling was his original name. Nanjing main city wall. It is composed of 4 city walls outside the imperial city of Miyagi and the imperial city of Beijing. It's a complete defense system. The urn city of Zhanghua Guide is set inside the city guides, first for the Ming Dynasty. The Nanjing main city wall was built in 1366. A total of hundreds of thousands of migrant workers were employed. It took 28 years to build. Bricks used to build the city. The Ministry of Industry, the Army, and the 37 prefects participated in the firing. Up to supervisor, down to the average craftsman, all need to leave their names on the bricks. This could be the quality control and accountability system of the time. Only 20 years after the completion of the Ming city wall, Zhu Di, the 3rd emperor of the Ming dynasty, moved his capital to Beijing. More than 600 years later, Nanjing main city wall weathered wind and rain. Now, its military defense value is no longer important. But history, but endowed with precious cultural and cultural relics value. Qinhui River, the mother river of Nanjing. North bank of Qinhui River. It used to be a gathering of literati and scholars in Jiangnan, where entertainment flourished. Nanjing Confucius Temple is a place dedicated to Confucius. It is one of the 4 major Confucian temples in China. Ming and Qing dynasties. This is the cultural and educational center of Nanjing. This glass pagoda model. Its prototype is the glazed pagoda of Nanjing Daoguan Temple. The whole body of the glazed tower at that time was glazed. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it was destroyed in the war during the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. The predecessor of the Great Bayon Temple, Jiangsu Temple, dating back to the Sichuan period. For thousands of years thereafter, the temple has been damaged many times. In 1412, Zhidi ordered, rebuild the new temple on the ruins of the fire, and named it Dabaon Temple, to repay Zhu Yuanzhang and Empress Ma for their upbringing. The Lantern Festival is a traditional folk custom that has lasted for thousands of years in Nanjing. As early as the Three Kingdoms period, Nanjing City appears at important festivals. The phenomenon of lanterns. Most of the lanterns at that time were made of brocade, higher cost, can afford to tie colorful lights. It was also limited to the court and a few wealthy families. In the Southern dynasties 200 years later, paper technology is developing rapidly. Inexpensive paper replaced silk. It's being used a lot. The art of lighting has been able to develop rapidly. Go to the fun. In this brand new building, a new play is being staged. The shape of the building is like a lotus leaf holding water droplets. It has a very good moral. It is called Water Transport Jiangsu. The Nanjing Yangtze River Bridge was completed in 1968. It is on the Yangtze River, the first bridge across the river built by the Chinese themselves. There was sustained publicity about its completion. It was the most dazzling construction achievement of that period. Now on the 400-kilometer Yangtze River flowing through Jiangsu, 9 new Yangtze River bridges have been completed and open to traffic. 3 more are under construction. And the Yangtze River under the bridge. It is still contributing new kinetic energy to Jiangsu.